real good scheme there, and we had a chance. MBS didn't come up with it, but he made a nice play earlier in the game. We just need a little more consistency from him. I mean, he's the most bummed person in the entire field, I'm sure. After that one, but yeah, we were really efficient the first half. 3 drives, 3 scores, and then still a disjointed game. He had the ball for a ton of time. We were sitting on the sidelines for a good portion of that game. It felt like, but big stop there in the early fourth, and we got the ball, and we kind of spoke into existence. Said, here's where we put the game away. It was a methodical drive. We converted third downs. Guys made some plays. It wasn't splash plays. It was 5 here, 7 there, 8 there. Hit a couple keepers, but it was a really special drive for us, and to be able to put it away there in the 4-yard line. We've been so good in the red zone all season. That was great. Then Smash gets a pick, and we're back in red zone and got a chance to really put it away. And it's fun to get Davante that touchdown.
Pete Doherty.
Hey, Aaron. Are there any pitfalls to being the number 1 seed? I just think back to 11 and what happened that season, and I'm wondering if there are any lessons from that playoff season. Yeah,
I think for me, maybe, Pete. I think for so many guys here that it's new territory. It's a different league. Obviously, there's only one bye. We played in this game. So many, all of us played. In 11, I sat out, and Matty went out and put on a show. But we had some guys who didn't play in that game. So it's nice to be able to go in playing. I think we need the bye. We need a couple guys to get healthy. We're a little banged up. And then obviously the weather is a big factor, a big helper for us in Green Bay. So I'm not worried about any rust or anything. We've been real solid all season in situational football, and we were again today on third down in red zone. So I like our chances moving forward.
Andy Herman.
Hey, Aaron, going back to April when Jordan was selected, you were really transparent and stated that the pick maybe changed the controllables a bit. And that while it was your desire to stay in Green Bay, maybe that idea was no longer a reality. Fast forward to today, Davante said you've locked up the MVP. The team's 13-3. You've wrapped up the number 1 seed. Just basically, do you feel any different now than you did in April? And do you feel like you've regained any control of finishing your career as a Packer?
No, I don't feel any different. I don't think the situation hasn't changed. I'm really happy with the way that I've played and our team's played this year. But there's factors out of my control that just kind of are what they are. It's probably a little different conversation sitting here with the season I had, regular season I had, compared to if it'd been maybe the numbers that I had last year. So, but I'm not really worried about that at this point. And nothing, Andy, I don't think has changed.
Rob Domofsky.
Aaron, I realize that this isn't the time for reflection, and you'll do that later on. But, I mean, when you look at the numbers and the season you had, the numbers in the season that Davante had, can you just put it into perspective a little bit on just how special, those seasons individually were?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what I told Tay in the locker room. I said 13 and a half games, and you just had the greatest season of a Packer receiver in history. And I meant it, and it got me emotional. It gets me emotional in this moment. I just have a ton of respect and appreciation for him and what he's accomplished. It's been an unbelievable year. He's just such a special, special player. I think today was fun. The team that their entire focus was taking Davante out of the game. Even with a premier corner in Kyle, there was help on his side almost every single play, especially after the fourth down where we had the pass interference. For him to, be the best decoy for a good portion of the game in the NFL, and for guys like MVS to have a big touchdown, and Bobby setting, tying the team record, and Dominique Daphne. Who would have called that one? Rob, not you and not me. Back in September. That's the beauty in this game, and you can always ask reflective questions to me, Rob. I enjoy being reflective. This is a special season. This will always be a special season for me. It's been a special year as well. I don't like to harp on it a whole lot. I know I've talked probably too much. My mental state and what I've been working on personally. It's been such a difficult time for so many people. You and I, Rob, spoke the other day. I have such I think understanding and appreciation for how difficult it's been on so many people. I've really just tried to have a good perspective, an attitude of gratitude, and just to really enjoy every moment of this season. And that's why, although it might not have been the most fun, just because I missed the fans, it was maybe the most special regular season.
Thanks.
Chancellor Johnson.
Hey, Aaron, when you think about all the chatter surrounding you and the team over the offseason and the unusual season that this year was, to have the team in the position that you guys are in today, what comes to mind for you?
I think I harken back to a comment I made to my friend Michelle Tafoya about a little over 8 years ago. After she asked me a closing question on Sunday Night Football. That's kind of what comes to mind. Idle chatter like that doesn't have a space in my brain. I'm not sure about everybody else. I can't speak for them, but seems to have gotten a little quiet around some of those topics that people wanted to make such a big deal about.
Mike Spofford.
Yeah, Aaron, just to follow up on Rob's question, when you threw 45 touchdown passes 9 years ago, did you see yourself topping that number someday, and what does it mean to do